be ready to go here as soon as everything ticks in. If there are any sort of bonus hero mangoes, then they will be eaten immediately. Again, I don't think that was necessary, but well, doesn't really matter now. It's for the best. No one's being confused. Because it was Team Spirit who won game number 1. It took them a while, but they did end up winning it. Game number 2 now here between them and NaVi here in the Galaxy Battles EU qualifiers. My name is Dragndrop. Happy to bring you these games, and well, NaVi 1 game away from elimination actually. If you lose this one, then you're out entirely. If you win this game, and even if you then lose the finals, you still have the chance at a wild card. But well, gotta get there first. Team Spirit in a really good position to try and close this out now. Have a pretty decent draft. That Underlord here could prove to be a valuable asset with his particular skill set. But NaVi, mostly the same draft here, apart from the Puck as well as the Queen of Pain too. So, and that means that they have some more tools available in this mid-game here. They have ways to make sure that Roger actually has an impact, because the lanes that he's ganking actually have a kill potential. Even looking towards mid, Mirana, who's gonna have the triple leap. Even that might not be enough here in some circles, especially if you manage to force it out. But this is a really good play here, and Crystallize all the way outside of his base. The long-range arrow after disruption into the burst strike. First blood being drawn by FNG. Team Spirit, they are not messing around. And this is what I was waiting for. Time and time again. With every game that I cast, just teams getting really creative with these kind of movements. Because, like, the normal ones, they never really lead to a kill. Like, Radiant side just walking up here, just securing this area, and they'll be fine. And the Dire side doing the same thing on the other side of the map. But recently I've seen movements like this here, going in towards the middle lane. And this one here just going all the way up here, wait and catch somebody there. Pretty damn good. Now burst strike in mid onto Dandy. Arrow will be tanked up by Night Stalker. Dandy will be fine. Does have the Shadow Strike first, no blink bag available to keep him safe in this instance. Very crucial that Roger's sticking around here. Bottom lane, we do have a dual lane. Once again, Crystallize opting to try and dodge this very pesky lane, or try to, is the operative word here, because DK Phobos is down here still up against them. Does mean right now Illidan's all alone up top because support's still mid. Burst strike on 2, continue to right click away. Trying to give ILTW this edge here against this Queen of Pain. Last game in a lot of trouble against the Dandy's Viper. Queen of Pain is probably a little bit easier, but still annoying with the Shadow Strike spam. And overall, these lanes seem pretty decent for NaVi, because you've got General in the safe lane. He should be fine up in the matchup against Illidan. FNG making his way in there now to be a bit more annoying. But he should be able to secure at least his levels and a couple of CS here and there. Crystallize might turn out a bit differently here as soon as DK Phobos gets a couple of extra levels, because he really, right now he can't stand in this Firestorm, it's absolutely fine. He also still has all this region. Once you run through there, once a couple of extra levels come out, then things look a little bit different. But by that time, NaVi might just decide to send Crystallize to the safe lane and make these rotations. Oh, top lane. Drag back here on the Puck, and okay, he's just dead. Already used the orb perhaps aggressively. So FNG setting up with that same kind of build. Disruption Soul Catcher. Not what we always see these days. Yeah, we often see Shadow Demons go back for the Shadow Poison build, but that's when they plan to stay in lane and spam out on offlane, and not when they're roaming around looking for kills. Same time mid RTW, have to rely on a couple of his sleep charges here to stay alive. So he's once again the sacrificial lamp a little bit here for Team Spirit, despite Viper still spending a lot of time in this lane. Gotta be really careful here though. I mean, so far, despite that RTW, he's even ahead in terms of CS. One or two of those were probably, at least one, were neutral creeps. It's not like this pressure is not having any effects. But that will change once Night Stalker hits level 3 and it is nighttime. Should line up decently well if he sticks around mid and sorts a little bit more for deadly, which again is not the most ideal of circumstances. Top lane though, they're gonna go again general, drag him back, but this time the orb will be successful in getting him to safety. Can stick around, get a couple extra right clicks up onto FNG. It's not one of these things, right? If you manage to, like you can only really stun him as a CK if you force out a phase shift somehow. And general being in range here up against the melee, like you don't really have a reason to phase shift anything but that projectile stun. But if you lead with the reality rifts, you can get close enough that it can be hard to time. But yeah, general is a very accomplished puck player too, so he knows his stuff. He should not really be dying much more. As long as he holds on to his orb and doesn't use it to farm aggressively or harass. That's really what it comes down to in most puck matchups if he's solo. Right. Meanwhile, Crystallize, he's getting all the last hits in the world. DK Phobos, he's getting his level so mid again. The arrow will fall, will find Roger after disruption. So that combination, it's very old school indeed. You see a lot of Bane Mirana these days, but Shadow Demon Mirana is just as potent, if not more potent. You have to time it up a little bit better, because the Nightmare obviously, it waits for the arrow disruption, you have to properly time it, but you do have the Soul Catcher for the extra damage. Now FNG and Viper, they're up here. It is nighttime, they're staying out of vision. The Puck showing himself. But they also had this observer, they got a lot of rotation in first place, so General's not exposing himself at all. Roger, made rotation, or maybe they can just for safety, I guess, because can't really kill Illidan, can they? They're gonna try. Silence coming through, and a couple more right clicks. TP and Thrune from Bible will be forced out. At the same time, the Shadow Shaman will die to the Disruption Arrow combo. Team Spirit just starting this game, just like game number 1, just with the finger on the gas, or with the foot on the gas. That's the expression I was looking for. Finger on the trigger, time and time again here on this Disruption combo. FNG straight to the trees once again. Orb is available. Phase shift, burst strike though, it's not gonna be enough time. The extra 2 seconds stun, another kill. That's still combo. Roger coming in, but what can he really do? Once again, he finds himself in a situation where he has a hard time having an impact. Because Team Spirit are the ones just dictating the pace of the game. Time and time again. That's the Shackle of Soneko coming through with Invis. General making rotation. Alright. NaVi putting themselves on the board. Soneko actually snagging that with the Ether Shock before Mirana can lead away.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And the Fat doesn't use up top. And gets the extra illusion. So everything working right for Team Spirit. Already working away this tower. They do have the catapult. Someone's gonna have to tank up the creep with the tower. No. Oh, they did it. They did it. I don't know how he did it though. Maybe he right-clicked a hero elsewhere across the map, so power shift aggro. Elsewhere across the map, actually. DK Phobos gonna be gone on, but he's pretty damn tanky at this point. 3 points into the Atrophy Aura. Not actually doing a whole lot of damage, even with God Strength.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Viper, is he fine? Yeah, burst strike across. So once again, first nighttime. Nightstalk is still 0-1 and 0. This is not what you want. Not at all. Was thinking about here this burst damage potential, but yeah, not quite level 6. Got a lot of issues here with these kind of things. Luckily for him now, Creep was able to tank up the arrow for him. That's a hero creep right there. But yeah. Puck being killed a couple of times. Not exactly what you're looking for either. It's just very good rotation from Team Spirit to make all of that happen. So just to think of having these strong solo lanes too. ILTW is very survivable in the stealth. You have Underlord in the safe lane. He'll not die either, certainly not now. Unless there's like a big commitment from NaVi, and even in top lane, right? They didn't have too many resources to throw out against very tanky heroes lane. Especially not knowing where exactly the supports are at. So like, what do you really do as Shadow Shaman in this situation? Stack up camps, I guess that works. Well, just sitting around to soak a little bit of that experience. Because ideally you want to get into level 6 ASAP, so you have that nighttime on demand. But the Ancient Stack's not going to be enough for that. Team Spirit just continue to pressure these lanes. FNG getting his own levels up top. Doing a pull. So, gonna slow down a little bit now. Make sure that you get your epicenter, you get your demonic purge. Viper's doing in a jungle. FNG confident enough to do it in lane. NaVi, well, they can't really punish it because they still have to play catch up themselves. Queen of Pain though, at this point at least, Danny, level 7. Sonic Wave available, 3 points up in the Queen of Pain. So that's your burst potential. Just need to try and find a way in. That's the other thing. Once you leave the lane, it should be immediately spotted out by Team Spirit. And called out as well. FNG, well, level 6 in the park, he's also in trouble, can't just TP out willy-nilly. Yeah, call's still available. So try and walk his way out, but being body blocked by his own illusion is not ideal. But as soon as the call comes, he can just go for the TP. And yeah, General realizes his mistake. No tier 1 tower means no quick support to help him get that kill.
I'll take your tribute.
Right now, Team Spirit just... I don't want to say outplaying, but they're really making good use of the draft to win these lanes. And get to their heroes to where they need to be. The flip side is, again, Dandy, he's farmed quite well. So is Crystallize on the Sven. He's getting these Ancient Stacks uncontested, so he's getting a 5k gold. 5.5k or something after he finishes up the couple of big creeps here. And you do have level 6 now on the Night Stalker. Shadow Shaman also pretty close, that's another needle timing that you can do to secure also some extra farm with the Serpent Wards on the tower. But now, Burst Strike will keep Viper safe against Roger. Different Moonlight Shadow here, they're rotating in some more heroes. Not going to be able to intercept the Queen of Pain by the looks of it, but maybe Roger, if they had division, once again, nighttime is so annoying with it all. But you see nothing. Literally nothing. Alright, oh, Burst Strike will actually connect. Shadow Shaman dragging him back. Snako throws down one spell, but gets bursted by that 3 points up in the Chaos Ball. So even though Roger came to TP, nothing he can do to help his teammate here. That's also one thing of the Night Stalker. If we are not aggressive, we were forced to be defensive like that. We're just gonna die, maybe? Stick Charters will be enough, and another TP this time from Crystallize. That's a lot more dangerous, especially with Snako also coming back into it. Viper! Okay. Barely being right-clicked down on time before his own TP completes. NaVi with a big commitment here. They keep Roger safe.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Which is fine, I guess, but they're also going to get that extra kill and the momentum in this wave. They're going to need to take the tower though. They have the Serpent Ward to make that happen with. But Team Spirit don't want to let it go. And DK4 as well, one Firestorm and you're missing your entire creep wave. Still committing though, Snako. Walking away, not a lot of extra mana to work with, so I don't actually agree with this decision to drop down the walls. If you're not going to commit for the push, then we're never really going to be able to. So, a little bit of damage onto the tower, traded for all of this gold though, and managed to farm up all of these walls. Might as well have been a hero kill. Double leap here to get away from the follow-up to the Stormhammer. Banishment into the arrow, but LTW a little bit too late on the trigger there. Roger able to walk away. Again, if you look at the net worth, it's not actually that much of a differential, but it's still slowly but surely going up and up for Team Spirit with the way these games going so far. The only reason that NaVi isn't further behind right now is Crystallize. Finding so very well in middle lane. Okay. This time that'll connect onto Dandy, and it's an important hero. Again, it feels like NaVi can't afford to lose either Crystallize or Dendy in this game. Unless General can pick up the slack, right? Puck, very similar here to the Queen of Pain, just the way that function. And he already has the Blink Dagger, so Blink Coil, Silence at 3 points, it's a pretty good initiation. But you also need follow-up. Crystallize is in the general area, no Blink Dagger for him just yet. He does have the Echo Saber completed though. And has a Blink Cube left next. So if you then have General blinking in, controlling people up for General to follow up, then that's the combo that you're looking for right now if you're NaVi. Again, they're not quite there yet. Roger. 0-1-0, it's the second night time, 2 minutes. I wish it was less bugged with the indicator. Wish nighttime wasn't as bugged anyway, because the later the game goes, the further off it will be of the 0 second mark. It'll be like 4 seconds after a minute, full minute. Which is just silly. But it's never really been a priority. Oh god, Dendy just blinking into this one. Only level 2s, not the shortest cooldown. They're gonna be able to right click him down. That is so unfortunate, if nothing else. Again, you cannot afford that if you're NaVi. All this momentum is just gonna continue going in favor of Team Spirit. They don't quite have the Phantasm. But in this game, even Illidan, he's the top net worth. He's not even falling behind because he did go for that Midas. He did spend some time farming. He doesn't want to be in austerity mode like he was last game for the longest time. So he's keeping up. Another 2 cores are also not too bad either. 5.5k in both DK Phobos as well as ILTW. Phase Boots, Aquila on 1, going for the Manta style. The mechanism already up and running for Underlord. Going straight for the Puck next. So all of this magic damage that NaVi has and that they have to rely on here between Puck and Dendy. General and Dendy. It's the only thing they have right now. This magical burst. They haven't really been able to get it on a target. So this is all highly theoretical, but it is possible for them to get kills with that. If they're going for it. But right now Dendy seems to be very calm, very happy just farming away. Even though he does have the Veil. Spirits start to group up a little bit more, but not with their entire hero lineup. Like Illidan is still down bottom, he's continuing to farm using his Midas. Same time you also have Fiverr farming his own Blink Dagger, so they're not even being too inefficient right now. Just because they're so far ahead, they can feel confident in saying, yeah, DK Wolves, you have a mech, you're fine. You can be in the front line. Gonna have FNG there with the disruption at the ready. ILTW still has all of its 3 leap charges right now, so it's decently hard for NaVi to go in. So they can just get these tier 1 towers for free while still farming elsewhere on the map.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Top lane though. Okay, that's a good kill. Fiverr. 100 gold away from the Blink Dagger. Now a little bit further. Meanwhile, Fight goes down. Bottom Roger will be annihilated. It's a combo, or the coil at the very least, already used for a Puck. One from trade across the map. And looking for more drag back, but the coil across, the arrow fly, will be dodged. And tower might still go down. They have new creepers coming in. Illidan, yeah, you don't quite want to tank it all that much. If it was much lower, yeah, you commit for it, you get the last hit. And hope to god that you get out. What the hell? Alright. Arrow is just a leap into Starfall and into a kill. You can get the tower deny plus the walls farmed up. Again, it's essentially is like 200, 300 gold something. 9 times 25 is the average. Oh god, there it is. Down bottom though. Sonic Wave committed. Not really doing too much enough damage just yet. General has to commit a little bit further in. Try and get FNG. He will secure the kill. But what carves? He lost Crystallize. And now General is potentially in trouble. DK Phobos doesn't have another bit of Malice. All across the other tide. They split the heroes up. Illidan again. As long as you have the phase shift, you cannot really lock him down easily. And it's gonna have to use his Midas. There's no creeps here in this lane. In this camp. So might have to go to lane or just wait for the creeps to respawn. Not too inefficient. Else on the map, Roger. Sees Mirana and ILTW. You can commit. Leap forward into the arrow. Oh, Fiverr coming through, showing up his Blink Dagger. He still manages to secure Makes for a much easier kill while still maintaining that leap economy. It's max level now, so replenish time is not the worst, 30 seconds compared to 60 at level 1. But this is not looking good for Navi, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe this time. Chaos Knight gonna get going on. Nice little bit of Malice, so try and interrupt. That's the call coming through as well. And DK Phobos says, hey, taxi service, there's 4 people here. It's better haul ass out of there. It's nothing simpler than that. 2k health points already, and that's not even with the armament activated. So it's quite a lot to chew through for Navi. Even with that magical burst, it didn't quite even have the Sonic Wave back at that point. Meanwhile, this continues to happen. Disruption, into stun, almost stun up himself, pops a Phantasm now and just dies. This line is not really as strong as he wants to be at this point in the game. Blink Burrow Strike also catches Roger. 0-3-0 should be 0-4-0 here on this Night Stalker, unless General has something to say about it. But comes in trying to go for a little bit of an interruption, but the full 5-man lineup for Team Spirit is in the middle lane now. The reason for them to stop would be to defend other towers, but Tsuneko, another set of Serpent Walls has to be committed to kill the tier 1. For Team Spirit, they'll find the tier 2. And with 2 units still on the side, and they can put on some pressure on the tier 3 as well. Even that Sven illusion still from the 115 seconds from that Soul Catcher. Live forced out. They don't have the get out of jail free card from the Dark Rift, but they still have that mechanism. Illidan, they still feel very strong indeed. But with Crystallize coming back, that's a little bit too much to chance here. Also considering that they should know that Danny has Sonic Wave back. It is level 2. If he lands it, that's a lot of damage to work with. Almost 400 now with the spell hand. There's no reason for Team Spirit to take this kind of risk right now because they're way ahead in this game already. If you're ahead, get further ahead and don't throw it away. Dendi, first strike, all up his stare from the stun, Pit of Malice, he's just going to die. He thought he was safe. He thought Team Spirit would split up and farm, but they didn't. They stuck around as a 5-man unit. They seem to be making all the right moves, because now, tier down, they have an opportunity to go into Roshan, get that Aegis, and probably push down the bottom lane, because that's being pressured by Tsuneko. Or if you feel really bold now, could decide to go down mid, but then respawning so soon. I don't think that's going to be the play for Team Spirit. And to say that though, they're not TPing down there at all. Tsuneko's there sitting in the trees waiting for someone to show. Doesn't run to the woods. General just standing out of vision, not revealing himself. They were hoping for somebody to TP back. But Team Spirit doesn't care. Just say, okay, sure, you commit the wards. That's nice. One less thing to worry about, I guess. We have an Aegis, we have Disruption Illusions, we're gonna have another Phantasm. So, you can use the walls for high ground, but they will lose Crystallize. Made his way down here to try and trade with the God Strength. Roger is skipping Creeper. He's got the Courier, so it's oh no, Shadow's actually on it. As if we can though, that's a 22-minute Rax. Arrow will connect to the then need it back. Nice little silence in the stun. General keeping his friend safe. Now the epicenter was cancelled. Oh, the blink was cancelled, but might have been. I don't know. Epicenter wasted, but they got what they came from. They're not losing anything. The only thing that they lost out on was an extra kill on Denny, just due to General throwing his life on the line there almost. Just the blink silence and then preventing the follow-up stun from and Reality Rift from Chaos Knight. But yeah, bottom tower barely took damage, so all they really lost in terms of objectives was the tier 2. And it doesn't take a genius to say that that was well worth it. NaVi now with much less farm to go around, because this middle lane will yield half of the gold. Don't want to say anything against Roger because he's a very talented player, but in this draft, in these games against Team Spirit, it was not the right hero for him here. It really feels like it. Either that or just something was missing here. Because 23 minutes in, a Night Stalker 0-4-0. If nothing else, it's an indication that you're not doing well whatsoever. Then the 7k net worth. Almost eclipsed by 4 positions tanking here. There's a 4 up in his stash right now. So max mobility for him. The only saving grace is Crystallize. He is still pretty damn strong. Almost has the BKB completed too. Link Dagger, Echo Saber together with God Strength can do damage if you get on top of somebody. That is a big if at this point, especially without the BKB. With it, it gets a little bit easier because then, one more time, the only thing that you have to worry about is that Demonic Purge, which is still pretty useful in that particular scenario. A couple of TPs to the middle lane. They do not want to let this go just yet. They get the Burst Strike off on the Crystallize. Follow up here. They need some no Glimmer Cape. Will expire now. They will run him down with the arrow. Tower will go down, so wants to chop away. At the same time, General ends up falling solo to Illidan. Must have been a bit of a lapse there because must have got stunned and killed immediately. Phantasm was used, so he had different reasons. It was one of these things where you don't even get a chance to react.
Worthy tribute.
NaVi. Back to the fountain for Dendi as well. Boots comes up, follow Firestorm, Burst Strike, yeah. Rio's down just like that. Falling apart at the seams. Last game, they stuck around. They will stick around in this game as well, with even more ferocity because it's the tournament lives on the line. LTW, well, Snake finds him. Does not have the wards, so we'll have to keep him in place for Roger. To do what? Silence? That'll be manted off. LTW is absolutely fine here. And the rest of the Team Spirit is down bottom. EK4 wars, extra illusions here for the disruption.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Should be tier 2 going down. So diffuse blade on Mirana. So the classic build up, extra DPS, extra slows. Crystallize. He will have the BKB now. It's coming out. Go for more damage here on the Daedalus. So it's like the all-in kind of play that you have to do. Whatever chance you get, you need to do max damage. So the crit, big old crit stick, will allow you to do that for the most part. I mean, he does have the attack speed of supported and to almost guarantee a crit, yeah, with the Echo Saber and the Mask of Madness. So that's still going to be an issue, but... oh, is it really? Look at Illidan, he has a freaking heart. With heart and armor, it's sitting at 4.5k health points. Arrow flies through, and oh, actually catches Roger. Illidan, he wants that kill. But gets silenced up again. Instead, just going for that. Meanwhile in the backline, so Crystallize comes in, leap away from LTW. Will be fine. In the Survivor, so Neko commits the wards together with the Shackles to make that happen. Crystallize look for another target. Trying to fight up against Illidan, who gets a defensive disruption. BKB is now timed out. Oh my god, this is not fun to watch here. Illidan just turns on his Phantasm, starts right-clicking, double kill for the big CK player. It is one of his most notorious heroes, and this game certainly shows why. They secure a team fight, they will secure the racks, with no buyback and Crystallize. This game? Got a question if this is game. Dendi gets the blink out, he'll be fine. Team Spirit already starting to right click away at the racks. I mean, they can't get Negas right now, so NaVi, they will stick around. I'm not giving up just yet. But they will have to take a good team fight here. They'll have to as soon as they respawn. Can buy a little bit more time with that glyph, but I don't know if it's possible. I don't know if they have the damage output against the Chaos Knight. They will have another God Strength from Sven. There's no Phantasm. This is the best that's going to get for NaVi. We're also kind of low on mana. No Demonic Purge on FNG. But they're waiting away the Ancient. They want to end this game right now. They don't want this to turn into another 60-minute slugfest. And the arrow lands on Shadow Shaman. He's down. Bites back immediately. Roger doesn't have the same luxury. glorified melee creep at this point anyway. Crystalite comes in, Leap still comes out, and defensive eruption onto Mirana. Illidan down to half health. It's time to Rackling away with the crit, healing himself up. Crystallize, his BKB will expire now. The stun, the drag back from the Reality Rift Fiber, also Rackling away. The old Scepter will try and buy Crystallize a little bit more time, but he will fall. Does have buyback. Mirana did fall, but DK Phobos is gonna teleport right in. Mirana already pulled the trigger on the TP scroll, so he cannot hit you right there. NaVi still somehow they are in the game, but Illidan with that where's he at? Let's heal up a little bit on hard first. You know, the rest of the team controlling up the disruption into arrow once again. This crazy combo, and that will lead into another kill. Dandy also has buyback, and at this point though, everyone has used it on the side of NaVi. Everyone has available channels, still 100 gold off, and now Chaos9 is dropping everything that he can on the defensive disruption, buying him more time. DK Phobos in front with the pipe, with everything, just keeping his friends alive. And the Ancient, it's a big one, down to low health. They get General, they get Dandy. The GG is forced out. NaVi, they are out of the Galaxy Battle Hero qualifiers, just like that. Team Spirit coming up swinging in game number 1.